वेलकम बैक। सो बैंक स्ट्रीम का दोस्तों एक व्हाट्सएप चैनल भी हम लोगों ने कोशिश करके यहाँ पे बना दिया है। सो दिस कैन आल्सो बी यूजफुल टू मैनी। सो बैंक स्ट्रीम के व्हाट्सएप चैनल के ऊपर भी दोस्तों आप जाके काफ़ी रीड आउट्स को पढ़ सकते हैं। वहाँ भी हमको कोशिश करते हैं डेली पॉजिटिव एंड इम्पॉर्टेंट अपडेट्स को पब्लिश करने की। सो अनदर अपडेट दैट वी आर रीडिंग फ्रॉम द बैंक स्ट्रीम चैनल ऑफिशियल Forum of Bank Pensioners Activists and Associates of AIBRW Prayag press release. Government bank pensioners facing problems. On 8th March 24, an agreement was reached for wage revision and improvement in service conditions of bank employees working in the banking industry, which will be applicable from 1st November 22 to 31st October 27. So this time the agreement was reached in approximately 50 hours of negotiation lasting at least months, along with the highest wage nego increase ever. So the previous agreement was concluded on 11th November 20 with a delay of 36 months after 42 months of negotiations, which came into effect from 1st November 2017. So this time there was no demonstrations, no dharna, no strike, no deadlock. Experts believe that the finance minister had directed to finalize the agreement within a time to fulfill, which the chairman of committee found by Indian Bank Association, Mr. M.B. Roy, who is also the MD of Central Bank of India, has had a unique role. So in this agreement, pensioners up to 31st October 2022 has also been given an ex-gratia amount from 1st November 22, which has no connection with the demand for pension revision. So it is understood that the finance minister had directed the executives of the banks to make appropriate provisions in bank pension regulations 1995 for financial relief to pensioners with immediate effect and pension revision along with pay revision like Reserve Bank of India. So it was natural for pensioners to feel dissatisfied after seeing the small amount of ex gratia. However, it is clear that ex gratia is not an alternative to pension revision and it is different from pension revision. So also a joint note has been signed between union and the representative organizations of bank. So IBA on 8th March 24 for pension revision along with pay from time to time, in which it has decided that within the next 6 months the provision for periodic pension revision with pay will be inserted. Provision for periodic pay revision with pay will be inserted in bank employee pension regulations. So यहाँ पे इस चीज को दोस्तों जरूर पढ़ें. So IBA says that there is no explicit provision for pension updation in the current pension regulations, while Forum of Bank Pensioner Activists, a think tank of pensioners, say there is a clear clause for pension updation in the pension scheme. Clause 35(1) is for pension revision, and while implementing the pension under this clause, the pension of pensioners from 1st January 1986 to 31st October 1987 was also revised. So this clause is still there in the pension regulations, and the pension of the Reserve Bank has been revised on the basis of this regulation as per the Reserve Bank of India regulations. So this is a drama of Indian Bank Association Union to postpone pension revision. BMS has been active for the last several years regarding the discrimination and harassment being faced by bank pensioners. So due to its initiative, the ceiling on family pension was removed. Ex-gratia of pre-1986 retirees increased. Pre-November 2002 pensioners started getting 100% DA benefits, which the unions were ignoring since November 2002. So with the initiative of BMS, the resignees got pension option who were denied so far, and with the initiative of BMS, pensioners between 1st January 1986 to 31st October 2022 got ex gratia from 1st November 2022. So Girish Chand Arya ji, National Secretary and in charge Financial Sector, Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, wrote a letter to the Finance Minister Shrimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji on 10th of April 24 asking for pension revision, pension reforms, review of ex gratia. So 10th of April को जो लेटर लिखा गया है वो दोस्तों मैंने बड़ा ही क्लियरली अपनी वीडियोस में बता दिया है। The BMS has said that under the joint note dated 8th March 24, there is understanding to insert a provision for pension updation in the pension regulations, and it should be done within the prescribed time limit of 6 months. So apart from this, pension revision is a replica of central pension. Hence, the reforms which have taken place in central pension after 1995 should be done in bank pension scheme. The BMS say that as stipulated in the agreement dated 8th March 24, the ex-gratia of pensioners should be reviewed in April 24 and necessary improvements should be made in it. The BMS has demanded to give a dearness allowance on the ex-gratia amount so that its basic value is retained from inflation. So while raising the demand of health insurance for pensioners, the Sangh quoted the 2010 report of Khandewal Committee and demanded that the health insurance of pensioners should be provided by the banks on the basis of the recommendations of Khandewal Committee. The Finance Ministry, while approving the welfare funds on 24th of February 2012, advised the banks that health insurance for both working and retired people can be provided from the welfare funds. So banks provide insurance to working employees but not to the retired one. Khandewal committee had said that 25% of the allocated welfare fund should be spent on the health of the retirees, but banks have been violating the government orders. So the Sangh has demanded providing health cover to 7,70,000 retired bank employees. The Sangh has requested the Honorable Finance Minister that 100 out of 200 people are still out of the pension scheme, so they should be given the last chance for pension option, and such people are going through financial difficulties. Bank has recommended 5-day banking to the government and it is under consideration at the government level. The BMS has requested the Finance Minister to approve it. The demand for 5-day banking has been pending for the long time. The 5-day working system has been running in LIC for years. This will have a positive impact on the productivity of the bank employees. So bank pensioners has been struggling for last 35 years with demand of pension revision. So thousands of people died and did not get the justice. So this matter is also in the Honorable Supreme Court where the hearing is on. So forum of bank pensioners activists believe that pensioners will be able to achieve the demand as soon as possible. So there's no need to be disappointed. So they just have to be cautious of the traders and carry forward the activities of forum. News confirmed by Mr. J.N. Shukla ji, national convener 11th of April की update है, and we have worked very hard to convey this official message of Mr. J.N. Shukla ji. Very thankful to Mr. J.N. Shukla ji and the viewers also who are viewing us and spreading this original update. So friends, विदा लेता हूँ, दैट्स ऑल। सो काइंडली वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, चैनल को शेयर कर देना। बाय बाय, टेक केयर ऑल।